As many of you know, I do YouTube kind of as a creative outlet. I've got a full-time job, a wife and kid at home, and it's very rare to get a chance to collaborate with other YouTubers. And that's why today I'm extremely excited, because I am fishing with someone that I admire very much. His name is John Dalton. He is Creek Fishing Adventures here on YouTube, so if you haven't watched him, you are totally missing out. He's like 6 times my size, so the fact that he came all the way from Tennessee up to Michigan to fish with me means the world to me. So I'm excited. Today we are starting in the river, but we're going to be fishing a couple days in a row. So fingers crossed we can catch a lot of fish. We both really appreciate multi-species, so I think we're going to be happy with a lot of things. But today's goal is kind of smallmouth, largemouth, maybe some pike. We'll just kind of see. I'm going to throw some bigger stuff. I've also got an ultralight just in case, you know me. With that being said, we are going to hit the river now. We're going to catch some fish. We're going to have a good time. Let's go. So today's plan right now, we are currently going to pedal upstream. So that way on the tail end of the day, by the time we're tired, we can just kind of drift her back. So I think what we'll probably do is just kind of get up there. There's a bridge up there we're gonna go check out. And I've got a black spinnerbait on for now. So I am gonna use some heavier gear. I know I've been doing a lot of ultralight fishing lately, but I am gonna use some heavier gear today because I kind of would like to catch a couple smallies and maybe some pike and whatnot. I think that the black will work with these low light conditions. The water's pretty stained as well, so I think that single Colorado blade will give it some nice thump. This is a Booyah, it's a 1/2 ounce, I believe, and I'm excited to give it a shot. We'll see what happens. So far, all we've done is pedal upstream and get a seriously good leg workout, and now we're starting to get rained on, so that's cool. Oh, John strikes first. He got a little smallie.
It's funny. It's funny who goes into.
Am I on the board?
What?
It ran right at me. It's actually a nice small job, baby. Let's go. Ah. I thought it was so much bigger than that, but it's a solid fish. Man, he ran right at me like I thought he was like a 6-inch fish at first. He ran directly at me. Look at that, I'm on the board, baby. I skin him, oh my gosh, look at that. I skin hooked him. Just so little. On the donkey tail, the pasture fire, 1/16 ounce fire red. Whoo, we're on the board. Cool, I gotta get a picture of that because I'm fishing with a dadgum celebrity. That's a beautiful fish right there. Little like 14-incher. Nothing big. Put up a good little fight there towards the end. He ran directly at me, and that's where you it's ideal to have a little bit faster reel. You know, if you're fishing with one of those old school spinning reels, you know, they're like 4 to 1 and you can never catch up with them. But a smallmouth, man, they are crazy fish, man. They can go fast. They can turn on a dime. We're just fishing next to this like this grass bed right here. It's kind of out towards the middle of the river. Hey-o! It is, what is that? Is that a rock bass? That's actually a nice little chunker. All right, cool. Got a rock bass there, bud. I got 2 species. At least, hey, you know what? I'm beating John with species count. he just missed the fish. I think you've got 3 smallmouth, right? Or 3 or 4? And hey, I've got 2 species, so I'm winning at something.
Every rod and reel.
Oh!
Dude, this guy's on fire now.
Oh, he's going right into the grass. No, no, no. Buddy is fighting, dude. These smallies are aggressive. I have not hardly caught any smallmouth this year. I got to get down in the, oh, God bless it. I about just ate it. I just about flipped over the front of my kayak. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We got to keep the pressure on the rod. We got to try to ease up here, and we got to start pulling grass out and try to find our line and go down to it. He's not giant by any means, but he's a solid fish. There he is. There he is, and he's down in that grass. Here, just get a bunch of grass. Give me that fish. Yeah, there you go. God, he beat the crap out of me. I can't even imagine what a 5-pounder would do. Is this a comeback? John is a full-time YouTuber. I expect that he should be 10 times the angler to me. I'm just a, you know, standard old YouTube guy. Look at this, I'm feeling good. The competition has started, my friend. Okay, here's the thing. We just caught like a spurt of fish, and it was all in one little area. And what that was a channel swing, kind of like, it was like basically the end of a channel swing into a grass bed. And there was a bunch of submerged vegetation. Well, we haven't really caught that many fish elsewhere. So part of my thoughts are we should probably keep moving and look for additional vegetation mats like that, because that seemed to have like a consolidated amount of fish. John, am I crazy?
No, and there was a tree there, so there was like a bunch of little stuff there. They were definitely a lot of fish hanging out there.
This is why you have two people, because he noticed the tree, I noticed the grass. Together, we're gonna catch some fish. Well, John just saw a pike, so hopefully that means we're about ready to get in the land of pike. He's throwing a spinnerbait, so I gotta imagine if there's some around, hopefully he'll get one. I'm throwing a tube right now, and I'm hoping for smallmouth, but in the past I've definitely had a lot of pike break me off on a tube. They seem to like the tube as well. I don't have a leader on or anything, so fingers crossed we don't deal with pike on this bait. I know, I was curious about that too. Oh, there's a bite. Got him. Oh no, that was a bite. Something definitely ate it right behind a tree limb. I think he just short striked, and then I hooked the tree. That's annoying, but it's a good sign. I'll take the bite. I just don't want to break off, and I have a feeling that's probably gonna happen. Man, that's gone. Dadgummit, I just rigged that tube up. Still using these super old laser sharp tube hooks. I don't even think they make them anymore, but these things are awesome. And we're just using like a super basic green pumpkin tube. It's just a cheap one. I don't even know what brand it is. I put it in a Zoom bag, but it's not a Zoom tube. Well, John just got himself a little pike. Nothing giant. I think he can outdo it, but it was nice and healthy, nice and fat. There's one. It was only a matter of time. No, he popped off. I didn't get a good hook in him. That was about a 15-inch smallmouth. Happy I got a bite. Not very good execution with the tube so far. I just don't understand why there was one in this tree, but out of the other 100 trees I've fished, I haven't been getting bites. Definitely a little bit of slower bite today. I think we're around some fish. I just think that they're not exactly super aggressive right now. That was a bad hook set, and I don't really like these tubes. They're really hard, but these are the only ones I had with me. Oh, I'm getting pike bites. It's definitely a pike. Definitely a pike. There, he's got it. There we go. I told you it was a pike. They always hit it like a few times before they actually get it. On the black spinnerbait, he hit that thing like 3 times before I got him. Smaller than the one John caught. Just a little guy, but first pike for a little while. I haven't caught one of these in a while. Looks like he might have a lamprey wound, is my guess. Little one, but hey, it's a fish. Cool. Golly, it's been a slow day. Happy to catch a pike. I don't know what to think. I mean, I've tried fishing a little deeper. I've tried fishing in deeper trees. I've tried fishing in shallower trees. I've tried fishing around grass. It just seems like the fish that we have caught have been totally... Did you see that? That was a smallmouth feeding on top. I think if we had a fly rod, this would actually be, that would be in our favor. I'm gonna rig up like a little popper and see if that works. Come on, topwater popper. I just cast this exactly where that smallmouth was. He must have left. Oh, there's one. Yes, sir. Up in the trees. Oh! He come off. Oh my gosh, dadgummit. He didn't look all that big, but shoot. At this point, every bite is precious. The fact that I've lost 2 is really sad. If this point doesn't have fish on it, then I don't know what the heck I'm doing. This point looks way too magical. There's gotta be some kind of fish down there. Oh my gosh, I skipped it up there and immediately had a fish on. It's a little tiny baby smallmouth. I'm on the board with the smallest fish of the day. Oh wait, that's a largemouth. It's a largemouth, sweet. First largemouth of the day. I'm up to 4 species. Pike, largemouth, smallmouth, and rock bass. And now a tree. Oh, there we go, got it off. Okay, I have a fish and I'm hooked in a tree. No joke. I'm hooked in a tree, but I've got a nice little smallmouth. Look at this. Okay, we gotta go, we gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, is that a largemouth or, oh, that's a largemouth. I thought it was a smallie. Well, son of a gun, I knew there'd be a fish in this, on this point. Unfortunately, we kind of hooked him in a weird way. Look at this little strategy here. We're gonna come up under him and we're just gonna net him like so. All right, well, that's one strategy. Oh, and my line fell out of the tree as soon as I got up here. That works. Honestly, a healthy little largemouth right there. Just a little guy, but largemouth, smallmouth, pike, rock bass, cool. Multi-species love. Oh my gosh. I couldn't tell if that was a little pike or a nice smallmouth. I think it was a nice smallmouth. He came clear out of the water chasing this thing. And he might have felt the hook, I can't tell. I didn't ever hook him, but he might have got a hold of it just a little. Come on. How did that smallmouth never come back? That's what's frustrating. That was such an aggressive bite. Oh, I just had a short strike on the tube. There's one. Oh man, I did not get a good hook in him. There you go, on the tube. Oh, and just as fast as I got him in, he flopped right back out. That's okay, I didn't really need a picture with that fish. It wasn't a trophy by any means. But hey, caught one on the tube, so that's cool. Sweet. There's another one. That one feels better. Oh man, that fish is dark. That fish is dark. Look at that fish. That fish is beautiful. Holy smokes, is he pretty. That's a beauty of a smallmouth right there. That is what I like to see. Man, I love fish. I love smallmouth, I love all of them, but man, that fish is pretty. I gotta get a photo of that guy. He's not the biggest in the world, but he's a fighter and he's a beauty. I think what's cool about being a multi-species fisherman is that you just learn to appreciate all species, and they're all beautiful in their own way. I certainly think some smallmouth bass, man, it's hard to beat. Oh no, one was carrying it. Doofus, set the hook. No, dadgummit. One was carrying it. Totally screwed that up. Man, it sometimes can be hard to tell because these fish are definitely biting kind of finicky and there's a ton of tree limbs. Sometimes you second guess yourself, and that time I should have set the hook, but I screwed up. That's right, baby. Beef jerky, old trapper, teriyaki. Life is good. Oh, John's got a big fish. Oh. Dang, that looked big, dude.
Yeah, it was big.
Here. It's all you.
I put two cats right up in there. Hit it right away and it came off. Came back. He must have both times hit it real soft. No way.
Yes, sir. Oh, it's a nice largemouth. Dude. No, this one's mine. You have no. That's a solid fish. He just needs to be a little fatter. He's got a big head, nice long body. He's healthy, but he's not overly fat.
If I eat the fish I lost, and there's like three that same exact size.
Well, he was off the tree. He was towards me along this little like tree that's in the water.
That's pretty cool.
Well, let's see. Now the tube prevails. What this proves is that you should always share. If you have beef jerky and you share your beef jerky, you catch fish. It's a lesson, folks. Kids, share. All right, well, he just caught a nice one. You know, the wind is definitely picking up as we speak, but the bite has picked up recently, and I don't know if it's location or if the fish are just turning on or if it's a mix of both. It's always hard to tell at the river. I swear, the river, I never feel like I dial in a consistent bite, and it's always different. And that's kind of the reason river fishing is fun, but it also can be very confusing. Oh my gosh, this guy ate right underneath my kayak. I had no idea. I didn't even set the hook. I just reeled him up. He was way off the bank though. He was right under my kayak. The weather is changing. I mean, we're getting more overcast and we're getting wind picking up, and maybe these fish are turning on for that reason. Man, I hooked him really good. I never even set the hook. Ah! Can I please have my... There you go. I know, I can't hold my position. Little chunk. Man, there's just been no giants today. That's okay. Man, I'm feeling some really good rock down there. That fish was so weird. Yeah, like he didn't bite. It was creeping along the rocks and all of a sudden he just had it. Man, they're biting super finicky today. We made it happen though. I'm proud of myself for hooking that fish. That was not an easy bite to detect. Yeah, I feel like I probably have had a lot of bites that I never even knew I had because these fish are biting very light. A lot of the fish that I've caught, the last two fish, I barely felt at all. I gotta imagine I've missed a lot of fish I had no idea ever even bit. Oh, shoot. Dinky fish was trying to eat it. I mean, I assume it was a dinky fish. Could have been a 5-pound largie for all I know. Got him. Nope, it was a dinky fish. That was a rock bass. I launched him out of the water. About sent him to the moon. My confidence bait is definitely the tube right now, but I'm gonna take off my popper and put on a whopper plopper for the simple reason that I want something to kind of cover more water with. It's been kind of overcast on and off all day, so I'm gonna go with the black color. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see the bite. It was a little tiny dinky smallmouth, I think. No, it's a largemouth. He literally just came up and ate it, but I never even saw a bite. Oh man, these are the fish that are actually harder to unhook because they're so small. I thought topwater was supposed to be such an exhilarating way to catch them. Well, that fish was kind of lame. See you, buddy. Been a while since I caught a fish doing something like this. Sure would love if a largemouth came and surprised me. Give me one largemouth. Can't tell me there's not one in here. Find wood, pitch to wood, like Debo says. Come on. Debo told me to do it. Where are the fish? I would love to smack one on this tube. Come on. Don't be shy. Hey, I knew I'd catch a largemouth in here. Find wood, pitch to wood. Shout out to Debo. Look at there, on the tube ski. Not a big fish, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I knew there'd have to be one in there. All right. That wind is really howling now. We've actually made it almost back. We're not all that far away. I don't know what we're gonna do for lunch, but I'm hungry. I had some beef jerky and a Cliff Bar, but I don't think that was enough. There's a nice one.
Oh, nice.
I'm telling you, these fish are so light biters. They're such light biters. I'm just glad I ended it out with one more. There you go. That's what I've been looking for. Nice little smallie. I hooked him good. Okay, well that's gonna be a wrap. You know, it got windy there towards the end, but fortunately we picked up on the bite a little bit. We caught a decent amount of fish. It wasn't what I was hoping for, but we caught a lot of fish. Either way, we're gonna go eat some lunch, and then after lunch, we are gonna go fishing some more, so stay tuned. The trip and the fun has only just begun, my friends. Big shout out to John Dalton over at the Creek Fishing Adventures channel. If you haven't checked out his channel yet, make sure to do so. It'll be linked in the description below. All right, I'm gonna go eat lunch. We'll catch you next time.